My name is Zdon Paporrella, and it's time again for another very informative and exciting episode of your favorite show on TV, Artist Profile. This is a show where we dig into the history, and the backgrounds of some of the greatest celebrities from this part of the world. Share some of the facts you probably would never hear anywhere, that you haven't heard anywhere. You get to hear them on the show from us, courtesy of Etisalat on Music Africa, the station that rocks the most. We'll take a quick musical break, and when we come back, we're going to be profiling one of Nigeria's biggest acting sensations ever. Ladies and gentlemen, it promises to be very, very exciting. Don't go nowhere. I'm very, very excited about today's episode. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll start digging. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lie, 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 my one and only. Lie, 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 fetty and me. What does I know? Hold me on to me. What does I know? Love me, baby. Elephant movie. Fetty and me. Because it's the day that the Lord has made. I want God join together. I'm on a to carry go. Sorry, your love is my love. Let me ready the one. Me or you talk to one. Talk water to wine. Welcome to my party. Get the invitation. All the mommy, daddy. We are moving to position. Spray us all the money. Dancing with my honey. Spray the money where. Spray the money where. God, lie, 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 my one and only. Lie, 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 fetty and me. What does I know? Hold me on to me. What does I know? Love me, baby. Elephant movie. Fetty and me. What goes on? The way that you are spraying, the FCC cash you. Grab somebody, such you. Cause this bedroom on fire. Got somebody, baby. Now I tension go shock you. I know my single bubbles. I'm looking for complexion. I know my single ladies. I want to catch the flower. Identify your bubble. Watching by the corner. And as I tune into your FM, I don't feel change the station. Where, spread the money, where. God, lie, 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 my one and only. Lie, 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 fetty and me. What does I know? Hold me on to me. What does I know? Love me, baby. Elephant movie. Fetty and me. What does I know? What does I know? Hold me on to me. What does I know? Love me, baby. Elephant movie. Fetty and me. What does I know?
You're welcome back, and in case you just joined us, you're checking out Artist Profile, the show where we dig into the history behind the superstars from this part of the world. Today on the show, we'll be profiling one of Africa's acting sensation. We are very, very proud of this man and what he has accomplished for himself and for the whole continent. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today on the show, we will be talking about digging into the history behind Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje. Yes, the name is a mouthful, but ladies and gentlemen, trust me, it is worth it. This man has quite an interesting profile. Now, Mr. Adewale was born in 1967, precisely in Islington, London. He was born to a Nigerian couple who were at that time students studying in London. But during that time, there was this practice. It was known as famine. It is modern day adoption, where parents, would have kids, and because they couldn't support the kids, they'll give the kids out, for adoption to a white couple or families that they believe could take care of these kids. His parents gave him out when he was just barely 6 weeks old to a couple in Tilbury who adopted him and had to raise him up. His journey to fame didn't just start there. It didn't stop there. Ladies and gentlemen, he had a lot more challenges to deal with. But I'll just stop there now and take a quick musical break, and when we come back, we'll be telling you more about Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje. Put your lighters.
Baby kwatawo era mpulidde nti gwokimala kusaweyo kati nno kyensaba munange nyweza tovaawo nkolerako mukwano gwo sanyu lyokka lyoleeta okujjako nga toliiwo mulina ennyo omwoyo bebi kwetagala tagala Teri mulala, mulala, jala kweta gala, takala, teri mulala, mulala, katino mama kaulu kutuke kani muliso, oluse bintu bintabukako ne bifuka byogete. Lava lava que kakina vi que kankwata mu fesi nona mama nejezimba na good accident ngane mwagende mutwalire lyawa sema mtegera ozakira fika ulukutu ngateba kwasa somulungi wange nkulinda kwa bitegera yenkugamba byokwasa speed nze ngaterera kati manya gwe musawo Watimala, wabitegala, baby kwetagala, tagala, teri mulala, mulala, jala kwetagala, tagala, teri mulala, mulala, yeah. Never could nonsense kulaba kale nebiraba tulaba kuti nonsense kulaba muntu
your lighters in the air. Oh, put your lighters.
How come my credit has finished on this short call, but I had like 500% bonus credit?
Oh yeah, Yellow. Take. Use my 500% bonus. We no go swallow all your credit.
See your mouth like swallow. Your own phone no get credits now.
You don't expire. Something when I recharged yesterday.
Hey yo, now I'm gonna tell you something. It is a lot, it's where it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy bearer bonus every time I recharge, and it lasts for 7 days.
Why would not from come? Now better value my brother they tell una.
For real, man.
For Etisalat, every recharge wey pass 100 naira go give you 250% bonus and you go begin dey call like say you dey sleep on top water.
Chop correct awoof wey go last and you go enjoy am well with super recharge bonus. Go buy your Etisalat SIM now to enjoy better airtime to call any network.
I don't switch go Etisalat now. I mean we just dey talk dey go. Where papa? Mama uncle? Oh yeah, I want hear the dog back. The cat uncle, make him meow.
Etisalat, now you're talking.
You're welcome back, and in case you just joined us, you're checking out the most informative show on TV, Artist Profile, the show where we dig into the profiles and history behind some of Africa's greatest legends. Ladies and gentlemen, today on the show, we're profiling Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje. Yes, Africa's best, or one of Africa's best and greatest actors ever. We are really, really proud of this man and what he has accomplished. Mr. Adewale grew up in a home where at a particular time, or at some times, they had more than 10 African children, in the house. The foster parents loved to raise kids, and it's not like they were really, really buoyant enough. So things were very, very tough. Things were so tough that Mr. Adewale sometimes had to nick and steal. In London, they used to call it nick, pick stuff, pilfer, to survive. Him and his siblings. This was how they survived. They had no personal attention for themselves as kids from the parents because there were so many. So things were really, really tough. At some point, Mr. Adewale even shared that the only time he could find solace and some kind of peace was when he was asleep behind the couch in the living room. So he didn't even have a bed to sleep on. He had to sleep behind the couch, not on the couch, but behind the couch. So anytime you wonder, like me, like I've always wondered how this man manages to maintain a scowl. He manages to make a scowl and a frown look so good. This man is one of the few people who would make you feel like frowning and scowling is a good thing because he wore this look very, very naturally. You need not wonder anymore. He had a tough upbringing. Things were really, really tough for him. I'll be sharing more about his childhood just before, fame started. We'll take a quick musical break, and when we come back, I'll be sharing more on that. You don't want to go nowhere, man. There's a whole lot to learn from this man.
Fast bad guy in the building. Bado ti fẹ́ wọlé. OBO is coming. Says on the beat. Hey, ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré. Bado bades. Àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating. Bado bades. Ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré. Bado bades. Àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating. Bado bades. They say they know the father jọ. Bàbá kó rábà jọ. Àwọn ilé ò tiẹ̀ ọ̀zù kan tó gbé designer wọ̀. Abájọ ẹ fojú sẹ́ ṣì wá lánàá. Olófòfò amẹ́bọ̀ onígbà tí ẹ falana. They wouldn't know me lámẹ́ if I didn't show the talent. Ẹ fẹ́ máa fara wé mi ṣe orí yín ó ti galẹ̀. When I spit ẹ máa dákẹ́ ẹ máa quit kẹlọ wáṣẹ́. Shout out to my ladies and my homies sinmi láwẹ́. From the swag you go know we hold back. White agbada ọmọ Yorùbá. See the black bands when we come through. So the fine girls when I toruka. They want to try the back gang. We can't initiate. Which musician do you know is having AMVCA? Ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré. Bado bades. Àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating. Bado bades. Ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré. Bado bades. Àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating. Bado bades. Oya bado bades. Bado bades. Oya bado bades. Bado bades. Bado bades. Bado bades. Bado bades. Bado bades.
I'm the type of nigga, if a lady try to cuff me, pull her in the coffin. Jemo joy, yeah, me time for loving. I've been killing shit. Oh my Eko Akinnuoye, when I do my thing, yeah, this trouble is going. Alimoka fire, Basura Shukura, go one love and marry me. To be a man, no easy, but get up for that. By God, I thank God, the gunji's not that strong. Cause this girl, I'm seeing my proof little bed going, I eat for Bangkok. Baby, ain't got you, Julie. I know that she wanna do me. Many regards, I gotta go get my money. Yes, truly. Money's all I know, Money is all I know. If you ain't talking money, I can't hear you. Your volume is somehow low.
ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré bad bado badness àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating bad bado badness ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré bad bado badness àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating bad bado badness oya bad bado badness bad bado badness oya bad bado badness bad bado badness oya bad bado badness bad bado badness bad bado badness bad bado badness.
ọmọge mẹ́ta ṣeré bad bado badness owó mi ò kéré o bad bado madness I get plenty kele fresher freshes I get like $2 million no be assets. Some people say them bad like me but nobody bad at that. Some people want buy car like me but them money no reach come. I cover magazine. I see him for my gym, Mr. Dele, na my boy, If you come into my house, you go see my toys. I get like 100 leggings where they protect me. So if you love yourself, brother, no they vex.
ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré bad bado badness àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating bad bado badness ọmọdé mẹ́ta ṣeré bad bado badness àrò mẹ́ta lórí beating bad bado badness oya bad bado badness bad bado badness oya bad bado badness bad bado badness oya bad bado badness bad bado badness bad bado badness bad bado badness. Cess, my problem kid.
You're welcome back. And in case you just joined us, Zdon Paporrella is my name. You're checking out Artist Profile. You know, the show where we dig into the history and profiles of some of the biggest sensations from this part of the world. Today on the show, we've been profiling a legend, you know, a living legend from Nigeria, someone I love so much and I know you do too. We've been profiling Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje, a very, very superstar in Hollywood. Hollywood celebrates him even more than we do as Nigerians. But that's not to take anything from him or take anything from the fact that we love him all the same. I've been sharing a whole lot about him. Ladies and gentlemen, the man was born in Islington, London, to parents, a Nigerian couple who were studying in London. They couldn't afford to take care of him, to support him. They had to give him up for adoption when he was barely 6 weeks old to a white couple in Tilbury. We talked about how he used to nick and steal items just to survive, him and his siblings. I didn't mention to you also that Akinnuoye or Adewale had 2 biological sisters who were staying with him amongst the 7 other kids, you know, with the couple in Tilbury. So things were really tough. He had 2 biological sisters that they were all living together, you know, and I also mentioned that the only time he found some sort of solace or peace was when he was, you know, asleep behind the couch where he normally slept in the living room. Ladies and gentlemen, this man did not even have a bed to claim, you know, while growing up as a child. This is a man who grew up to become the great, great superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point when he was about 8 years old, his Nigerian parents just showed up from out of the blues and brought him to Nigeria, a country he has never been to before. When they brought him and his sisters to Nigeria, he found it very hard to blend in because he had really, really adapted to the English society. And it was really sad because they couldn't adapt to the English society because then racism was very high. So he also had racism to deal with. He didn't fit in there, and when he came back to Nigeria, he had a strange Cockney accent. We all know what a Cockney accent is. That's a typical British street accent. He had that accent. So when he talked, people couldn't understand him. He couldn't communicate with people here. So at a point, people always either laughed at him, always mocked him, or just generally never paid attention to him. So he stopped talking altogether. Now his parents thought something was wrong with him. They thought he was possessed. You know, it became so bad that the man became so uncomfortable. He rarely spoke to nobody. He stopped talking. So if you've seen some of those movies where you saw this man play the role, you know, of a mute, like in Lost, if you saw Lost, where he was Mr. Eko, you'll remember that for a very large part of the series, Mr. Eko was not talking to anybody, yet he communicated volumes with his expressions. Ladies and gentlemen, it was something he experienced even as a child. When he was in Nigeria, he couldn't talk. So when the parents had had enough of it, they shipped him back to Tilbury. Ladies and gentlemen, this man lived a tough, tough life. Now, when he got back to Tilbury, things were even harder because now he had discovered his heritage. He knew where he belonged. He didn't fit in where he ought to have fit in. And he was back to London again where he didn't fit in. Psychologically, he was down. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I can go on and on about this, but when I come back, I'll tell you a little bit more about, just a little bit more about his tough life, tough childhood, and then we now start talking about when things turn around for good.
How come my credit has finished on this short call, but I had like 500% bonus credit?
Oh yeah, Yellow, take. Use my 500% bonus. We no go swallow all your credit.
See your mouth like swallow. Your own phone no get credits now.
You don't expire? Something I recharge yesterday.
Hey yo, now I'ma tell you something. It is a lot is where it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy better bonus every time I recharge, and it dey last for 7 days.
Where una from come? Na better value my brother dey tell una.
For real, man.
For Etisalat, every recharge wey pass 100 naira go give you 250% bonus, and you go begin dey call like say you dey sleep on top water.
Chop correct awoof wey go last and you go enjoy am well with super recharge bonus. Go buy your Etisalat SIM now to enjoy better airtime to call any network.
I don't switch go Etisalat now. I mean we just dey talk dey go. Where papa? Mama uncle? Oh yeah, I want hear the dog back. The cat uncle, make him meow.
Etisalat, now you're talking.
You're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're checking out Artist Profile, the show where we dig into the profile of some of the biggest celebrities from this part of the world, the living legends, the ones we like to call super duper mega stars. Today on the show, we're profiling one of Nigeria's greatest acting screen sensations. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje is our superstar of the week. That is the artist, that is the actor that we're profiling on the show today. So much has been said about him, but yet so much more left unsaid. He joined a gang, a local gang that was known back then in the 80s as the Skinheads. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a notorious gang. They robbed, they stole, they bullied, they were racist, they took advantage of people. So Mr. Adewale became, before the age of 16, he was a force to reckon with. This is the same man who later on went on to bag a degree in law from the prestigious King's College in London, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't stop there. Many of you didn't know this. Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje, quite a mouthful that name, man. But he later he was actually a supermodel, super fashion model in faraway Milan in Italy, ever before he became an actor. He was walking all the runways. He was gracing magazines, doing great shows. They loved him in Italy before he relocated to Hollywood, LA. And yes, we know him from movies. Where do we start from? From the roles he played in the movie Congo, which was his debut, by the way, in 1995. We all remember him from that movie. Yes, he did really, really well in that movie. He went on to play the role of Simon Adebisi in the HBO series, the very gritty and graphic OZ. Oh my God, that series. It took all my whim to watch it, till the final season. He played the role of Simon Adebisi. A lot of us remember him, from that movie. Yes, he didn't stop there. He was Mr. Eko in Lost. He was Lochner in The Mummy Returns. He didn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. He was Nkwama Wonbosi in The Born Identity. We remember the series. Wonderful, wonderful series. Amazing, amazing movie that featured, Matt Damon. We all remember that. Yes, you remember him also from The Lost. Beautiful series too, as Mr. Eko. We can never forget that one. There were several other movies also. We had Thor. He played roles in the Thor. He played roles in G.I. Joe. He played roles, so many movies. The Thing, Concussion. There were so many movie credits. Now, the most important thing here is this. We all know what Mr. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje is right now. But a lot of us didn't know where he was coming from or where he's coming from. It is important that we all know and appreciate this so that we can appreciate ourselves a little bit more. Where you are right now is not the end of the journey. Never underestimate yourself, don't underappreciate yourself, and don't do that to anybody. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the rough diamond can become the priceless gem. Just like Mr. Adewale has shown us. Keep believing in yourself and keep supporting that person that needs support. Anybody can be great with just the right support, right drive, right determination, right dedication, right commitment, perseverance, and all that you need to succeed. You can become great too.
Put your lighters in the air. Oh, put your lighters in the